It's another special edition of Litter Media Live here on Litter Media. And today we're going to talk about the Chillicothe Christmas Tour of Homes, which is coming up December 14th and 15th. Marsha Wagner is with us here today to talk about it after this from Tomlinson Insurance Agency.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When insuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Thank you, Andy. And as we sit here with Marsha Wagner, we're getting ready to, people are decorating their homes already. Some have already been decorated and are ready for this tour.
The tour will be really exciting this year. We're really featuring a lot of mid-century houses. The only thing different about this tour, it's going to be more of a driving tour than a walking tour. You can start any place you want to. We'll be going up West 5th Street, over to the Old Mead Addition, over to Grand Avenue, then back downtown. So it's going to be a different tour this year.
Yeah.
But it'll be spectacular.
How has the tour been received in recent years?
Well, I started doing the tour in 2019, and I would say we've averaged about 600 people going through the houses each year.
Very nice.
We even had a huge thunderstorm last year on a Saturday night, and it didn't stop people. They just partied in the houses until it passed.
It's part of the togetherness of it.
Right. It's fun.
I would have to think that as a homeowner on the tour, you have to be pretty open and be willing to let people traipse through your home for this.
You know, I did the tour in 2019 when we had over 600, and I was absolutely amazed that I didn't have to even use a sweeper.
Really?
It was also kind of an ugly night, and it's amazing. We've never had any thievery. We've never really had any damage. It's been really a bliss.
Yeah, that's very nice to hear.
Right.
And good to hear that those who are taking the tour are respectful of other people's homes.
They have been, and we've never again had any complaints from any of the participants that their house was destroyed or things were taken.
Yeah, you'd hear about that, I'm
Oh, yeah,
sure.
I'd hear about that.
How many homes are we looking at this year?
Well, this year we're looking at 8. Several of them include the museums are all going to be open, which is an extra bonus because there'll be no fees attached to entering any of those museums. So we'll be having really about 6 houses in 3 of the museums. One of the museums is our headquarters, the Lucy Webb Hayes. You will go there to pick up your booklet, which is the history of the homes. And that booklet is always invaluable, lots of good information. Julie Lambert has been very good at always doing the research for us.
I have to tip my cap to you ladies that are involved with the Restoration Society, because you do what you can to preserve this history and to keep telling the story of the city of Chillicothe.
Yes, and really the Restoration Foundation really consists of only about 8 people. Yeah. So we really do a lot for just a few people that are really working. We do a lot of home tours. We do street tours. We do the canal. In fact, our proceeds are going to be signs for showing where the canal was in Chillicothe. We started this project about 10 years ago and didn't have the funds to finish it, so we're hoping to really do it this year.
This was a canal town, no question about
Right.
that. And even like the mural that we see on the side of the building there at, is it Mulberry and 2nd? I think it's Mulberry.
Yeah.
That was a sign of the days of the canal road.
What about the one on the telephone company?
Yeah, well, and that was
the error.
Right. So as far as where that route went, I can't tell you. I do know that Yoctangi Park Lake was part of that.
Well, one of the big places that will be a sign is in front of Sack and Save.
Oh, yeah.
It went down Mulberry right there. And at one time, one of our members wanted to make Mulberry into a canal again.
Oh, really?
But that never happened. So.
There are certain parts of Mulberry that act like it was still a canal, right?
Right.
The brick area there through there. But that was a very vital part of our history.
It was.
how things were being delivered and how things went export.
And as we go down Mulberry, as we all know, that road is so bumpy.
Yeah.
And maybe people did not realize that how they filled it after they drained it was to throw in construction things. Now, lots of things are rotting, consequently have all those bumps in the road.
Yeah.
So,
And Water Street was a big part of that as
right.
well.
They fixed that road.
Yes. And I remember there was a nice dip in it here about, what,
5 years
10
ago.
years ago? And that always caught your attention when you're driving through.
Right.
Because you're wondering, is this going to become a sinkhole someday?
Could be a big one.
Yeah, precisely. But this is way off the Christmas tour that we want to talk about here today. You're going to be going through the Grand Avenue area, and I know parking can be an issue up on the hill there.
Those houses are gorgeous, and we really wanted to finally showcase them, but we do have a problem with parking. We don't think anybody wants to park on Grand and walk up the big hill. Yeah. So what we're going to do, 132 Grand Avenue, there'll be luminaries for the driveway, and if people that really have a hard time walking can be dropped off, and then the person driving can go park the car on West 5th Street. Okay. Then we have another one that you have to go down Sunbury and then turn left, and there'll be a field where you can park in. And that will be the house that was originally built by the Barnharts, and they lived there for years, and it's only changed hands 3 or 4 times. Yeah. Now the Spindlers live there.
Okay. It's something to see some of these homes that have been in the family for generations.
Right. And that house was built by the Barnharts, and then the son bought it, and then Nussbaums bought it. Shoemakers, Kevin, who was a city council president, and now Spindlers. So it's only had 4 homeowners.
Yeah, so. But lovely. With,
it's lovely.
All the decorations. This is a very special time of the year, because
it is.
We have put so much flair into the colors, the lights, and all the images that we have come to know relatable to Christmas.
Well, and this year we only have 3 weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas, so it's packed with all kinds of activities.
Quick turnaround on a lot of this stuff, for sure. You mentioned some of the museums. Lucy Webb Hayes, of course, was the focal point here for this particular tour. But what are the other? We're going to have like the Ross County Heritage Museum.
We're going to be having that open, and also the Women's Museum on Payne Street.
So the Franklin House?
The Franklin House.
Okay.
And the McKell family gave that to the museum. Mm-hmm. So it's really a fun time to go through at Christmas time. They bring out a lot of interesting items from their storage units.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I recall when we had the members of the Ross County Historical Society in here not long ago, and I had to admit, I've never been inside the Franklin House. I need to.
Well, now you need to go this year.
Need to make sure we get a part of that. Huh?
That's right.
So we don't want people saying this. Here's your opportunity. It's on the tour.
But it's a great opportunity because they're lovely museums, and our town is rich in history.
Yeah, absolutely. So how does one get a ticket for the tour?
Well, thank goodness Julie's shop on Paint lets us leave our tickets there, and she graciously sells them. And then you can also get them on Eventbrite. But if you go to Julie's shop, you do not have to pay any surcharge that you do on Eventbrite. So it's nice.
Plus, you get to visit with Julie.
And she's always a treat.
Absolutely.
She's fun. And the shop was packed full of things this year.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
Yeah. And the Eventbrite link we've got in this post as well. So those of you that are watching on Facebook, you'll be able to just click on that and it'll take you right to where you can get your tickets. How much are tickets this year?
$25. Okay. And it's going for a good cause, so enjoy. Many communities only have one house on a Christmas tour for $20. So we figure we give you all a bargain.
Yeah, absolutely. You're talking how many stores? Or 8?
8.
8 plus the museums?
No, I think it's...
or does that include the museums?
Let me just check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 houses and 2 museums, and the Lucy Webb Hayes houses are center for picking up the booklets.
So you're looking at 10. That's
I guess so.
$2 a house. You can't beat that,
You can't
right?
beat that.
Absolutely. And again, the proceeds go to marking the canal
Signage,
pathway.
yes.
Or signage there as well. You're involved with Shine On Chillicothe.
I am.
We have now met 3 members of Shine On, which is a third of the membership, basically. What were your thoughts? What have you heard from people walk through the park already to see all the decorations?
I think they're really amazed that it's expanding. For the first time, we've really, as you go around Enderlin Circle on the side by the Armory, it's often very dark, and we've tried to really light up as far as our extension cords can take us. Mm-hmm. We have minimal electricity, and that's what we're fighting right now. Yeah. Hopefully, with the renovation next year, we won't have that problem.
And you also, that sidewalk that goes from where the memory balls are, all the spheres are all there, all the way over to the Armory, that's been lit, which is great.
Right. We took those lights that we had going down the hill last year, and that did not work out because people stepped on them. So we thought, we'll try this idea with the lights. So, and it's been a very good one. Yeah. Erica Oliver thought of that one.
She's got it down.
She's got it down.
She knows what she's doing.
She's got it down.
She's a certified electrician and everything.
We would not be able to have it without her.
Yeah.
I mean, she is that strong of a person in our committee.
Yeah. So. And on the way home last night, it was just getting dark, and I kind of drove by just to see how things look. The reflection off of the lake there, it's just...
It's great.
Can't say thank you enough to you.
Well, we started this how many years ago? 4 years ago. Yeah. And there was just 2 of us at that time. And then we realized that it was way over our heads for us to do the park. Yeah. And now our committee's 10. And really everybody that's on that committee is a worker. Yeah. So we have no slackers.
But they are focused on things local and of course, with the tour of homes, financing the signage that will mark where the canal was and everything, just adding to the history of Chillicothe.
Absolutely. And, you know, with us being on the American, UNESCO sighting, American Heritage, we are going to be having so many more tourists, and the canal is certainly a part of history.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to participate, once again, we've got the Eventbrite link in this post. You can stop by Julie's on Paint. Get your tickets. They're just $25. Did I say 25?
25.
They are 25.
Right.
So it's a little more than $2 a home. It's about $2.25.
And we don't give you any discount or returns if you don't go to all 10.
There you go. There you go. Well, thank you for coming in, Marsha.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It was fun.
Certainly. And thanks to Andy Tomlinson with Tomlinson Insurance Agency for sponsoring this segment of Litter Media Live.